Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Welcome to the KC Center in Des Moines, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Joanna Settles, I'm John Schaefer, and in just a moment we'll have the matchup between our 4 and 5 seeds, Wahlert Catholic taking on Williamsburg. Two teams that know plenty about this platform as both have been here before. Once again, John Schaefer, Joanna Settles with you this evening. Good evening from KC Center. Joanna, you got a treat with Mount Vernon prior to this one. Looking forward to the 4-5 here as two teams that know what it takes to win in a state game.
They do. This is a loaded 3A field. And so Williamsburg and Wahlert Catholic, they've been here before. And this is quite the matchup with this 4-5.
As you look at this, you caught up with both coaches before this game. What are they kind of saying ahead of this one?
You know, so important to take care of the basketball and not have too many turnovers early, and just relax, get in the flow of the game, share the basketball, and score.
Are there a couple of players that maybe you're going to be keeping an eye on in this one tonight?
For sure. There's a couple. There's balance scoring with Williamsburg, and then the freshman Tanny for Wahlert Catholic. She wants to get to the line. She drives, and she's tough, averaging over 20 points a game.
Wahlert, their team motto this year, win as one. What's that mindset mean to a team like this in this spot?
So important. You know, you want to drive and you want to rely on all of your teammates at all times. So everybody hands up, be ready to score and do what you need to do to bring home a win.
Well, let's take a look at the road to state for each of these teams. Obviously, never easy making it down here to the KC Center. You look at Williamsburg there, the Region 5 champion. They beat Tipton on their way here.
They did. Impressive.
They get a lot of scoring. Zoe Allen, obviously, Taylor Sanchez in there. But what stands out the most, three-point percentage for Sanchez, hitting nearly 40% this year. On the other side, you get the Region 4 champions in Dubuque Wahlert Catholic, I'm sorry. They beat CPU to get here. Free throw percentage, always big this time of year, hitting 71%. Charity Stripe to me stands out.
It does, yes. Tanny's so good. Again, the highest scoring freshman in the state of Iowa.
Well, that is a look at the road to state. Now when we come back here on the Iowa Girls Athletic Union Network and with the state basketball tournament, we'll get you ready for tip-off between Williamsburg and Dubuque Wahlert.
volunteer, or hang with friends. Play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you
We did that
deserve
last year, but
healthy
then he did it this
eyes
time, so
and
I
a
just-
healthy smile. Some
What did I do?
plans
No,
don't
he
cover
the other.
vision
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He took it all
Delta
last time.
Dental,
Okay,
you
my
can save
apologies.
money.
I
No,
should've-
no,
Essential.
I should have.
Get coverage and
that's-
take care of your health.
That's the
It's
tough part,
peace
jumping
of
in
mind.
with
So
different
treat
different
yourself.
talent on
It's
the
more
website.
affordable than you might think.
No, they were just-
Give us a call or visit this link.
So for Seeds to Success, I'll tee those up if you don't mind reading those.
Yes, those are on me. Yes.
Perfect.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
Yep.
we're
Thank
proud
you.
to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that
Yep.
strong farms and strong
Sounds good.
schools fuel strong futures. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate Iowa's youth while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements in each of their sports and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau helps our organization provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering from home, we all play a role in making our state shine. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau,
And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and good luck.
Welcome back into the KC Center, live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready for the opening tip-off. And time now for our Seeds for Success. What do we got here for Williamsburg and Wahlert Catholic?
Williamsburg needs to value every possession, and they have balanced scoring. They have Allen, they have Sanchez, and Hawker. All of them can score so well. Wahlert Catholic wants to parade to the free throw line. Freshman leader Emily Tanney loves to drive to the rim. Also, they want to win the Battle of the Boards.
All righty, that is today's Seeds for Success, brought to you by Channel Seeds, your local seeds dealer. Visit channelseed.com today. And now we get ready for our starting lineups on both sides of the aisle. Before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa. We'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for support, the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. Let's turn it over now to PA.
Basketball fans, it's tournament time. Welcome to tonight's 2026 Girls State Basketball 3A quarterfinal matchup featuring the Williamsburg Raiders and from Dubuque, the Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause. To all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Now at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Williamsburg High School and Wahlert Catholic High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Natalie Smith from Winterset High School, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Williamsburg High School, Brad and Darcy Schaefer and Darcy's daughter Tegan. And from Wahlert Catholic High School, Joe and Janice Demuth. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone here this evening. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce our players and coaches. Today's 3A quarterfinal matchup. Today's team intros are brought to you by Hy-Vee. First of all, here are your non-starters for the Williamsburg Raiders. Number 1, Tenley Sanchez. Number 3, Reagan Arwine. Number 4, Kylie Sewer. Number 11, Kylie Allen. Number 13, Aubrey Wildy. Number 15, Jordan Skaggs. Number 20, Braylee Plotz. Number 21, Lauren Schaefer. And 42, Chloe Ossie. Your assistant coaches, Brett Kozashek, Adam Sanchez, and Aaron Davis. Now let's meet your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles. Number 2, Peyton Knopp. Number 10, Addison Splinter. Number 14, Cameron Tyson. Number 20, Kylie Sieverding. Number 21, Madeline Maroney. Number 24, Evelyn Adams. Number 33, Ella Kennedy. And number 40, Jenna Knack. Your assistant coaches, TJ King, Gary Schuster, Matt May, and Katie Schetzel. And now here's your starting lineups. For Williamsburg at guard, a 5'2" sophomore, number 5, Channing Becker. For Wahlert Catholic at guard, a 5'5" senior, number 1, Claire King. For the Raiders at forward, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Zoe Allen. For the Golden Eagles at guard, a 5'6" junior, number 3, Lucy Lucan. For Williamsburg at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 12, Ava Hooker. For Wahlert Catholic at guard, a 6'1" freshman, number 11, Emily Tanney. For the Raiders at guard, a 5'7" junior, number 14, Taylor Sanchez. At guard, for Wahlert Catholic, a 5'9" sophomore, number 23, Celia Scher. And for the Raiders at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 24, Kennedy Skaggs. For the Golden Eagles at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 30, Ruth Tauber. Head coach for the Raiders is Stephanie Dacey. And for the Golden Eagles, Chris Spiegler. And now, fans, let me introduce to you our officials for this 3A quarterfinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your referee, Justin Meyer. Umpire, Lance Ployer. Umpire, Joel Crayenbrink. And your bench official, Brock Yassi. All right, Who's ready for state tournament basketball?
Once again, Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. They are your starting lineup sponsors today. And Joanna, looking forward to a good one here. The crowd is lively behind us from Williamsburg. They've got the terrible towels out as well. So we get ready for tip-off. Zoe Allen, the 6'1 forward. Bit of a height advantage in the opening tip. She does win it back, and we are off with girls 3A state basketball action. Becker starts with it. She'll find Allen. Allen, nice feed inside. A little strong off the window, though, from Ava Hooker. Wahlert comes right back and starting their offense with Claire King in the hands of Tanny. Tanny draws a foul, a quick whistle tonight, and that is the first here on Ava Hooker.
And that's an important foul so early because she has the big assignment of trying to slow down Emily Tanny, who leads with 20.2 points per game.
Wahlert on the inbound. Golden Eagles looking for a three to start things off. Rattles in and out, but strong board by Lucy Lukin. She'll dribble it back out, hands off to Tanny. Tanny attacks, and another foul call. This one gonna go against, looks like Zoe Allen. Take that back, check. Taylor Sanchez with her first, already two quick team fouls.
Yes, that goes to Sanchez, and that rebound by Lucy Lukin looked like her sister Claire from last year.
The inbounds coming from Ruth Tauber. Tauber into Tanny. Tanny will pass it off over to Celia Scher. Scher a little strong. They're going to call the over the back foul there. And we've got three quick whistles. This one going on Scher.
And here comes the full court pressure.
Inbound into Becker. Man defense for Wahlert as they work it to the top. Hooker inside, the easy finish for Zoe Allen, and the scoring has started.
Allen putting on a clinic of how to get positioning underneath. A great entry pass and an easy two for Williamsburg.
Pick over to the corner, up to the top of the arc. Wahlert looking for a little bit of an answer here. It's Claire King driving down the key, kicks to the corner. Three from Haber. Tauber off the mark. Now here comes Williamsburg in transition. Sanchez feeds it inside. Gonna get a push down low. This one against Lukin. Both teams trying to establish the post presence early here.
That's a good idea. Williamsburg obviously wants to get the ball into Allen early and often.
Becker will feed it to Allen. Allen up to Sanchez. Sanchez drives, has a lane off the window with her left, a little short, and the rebound coming back to Tauber. Transition basketball now for the Eagles. Feed it to Tanny. Tanny for three, long range. Back iron, too strong. Gets her own rebound on the big kick. This time she'll attack, floater off the side of the rim. Again, another long rebound tipped out. Finds the hands of Lukin. To Tanny again. Tanny for three, why not? That one goes through.
There's no assist there, but Lucy Lukin with the ball screen just to give a little bit of space for Tanny for the open look on three.
Allen strong, Tanny the rebound, transition chance again. Off the mark, but another foul. Scher missed, but Tanny cleans up the board. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul on Kennedy Skaggs, third team foul. This will send Tanny to the line to shoot two. First will rattle through.
And Williamsburg coach Stephanie Rich Dacey, she said, we don't want to foul. And here they are already with three fouls early in this game.
Tanny will flush the second as well. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. And The double bonus is automatic with 5 team fouls as well. Something to keep in mind is we still have 5.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Becker will feed it over to the corner inside to Allen. Allen, nice step through, a little strong with the left. And another big offensive board for Wahlert. Wahlert outlets ahead to Tanny. Tanny going to drive to the lane, lays it up and in, a couple more.
She does not seem like a freshman.
Emily Tanny playing above her years. And Wahlert right now with plenty of momentum as that ball will be tipped out by Claire King on the defensive side. A couple subs here now for Williamsburg. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance.
Yes, number 4 for Williamsburg, Kylie Sewer in the game. She actually leads the team in rebounding.
Sanchez, the 3 too strong. Rebound to Tauber. And Wahlert a chance to flex on the 5-point lead. Tauber attacks off the window, strong move. Tauber's first bucket of the night. And then a near turnover. That ball will stay with Williamsburg. Tanny, the hustle play, nearly comes away with it.
Yeah, nice job by Sewer using her body to not allow Tanner to get the ball back.
Channing Becker feeds it. That one now ends up in the hands of Sewer, back to Becker.
Williamsburg handling that 1-2-2 easily.
Trying to find a little bit of space is Ava Hooker. She'll hand it off once again. Shot clock down to 10. Feed inside. Turned over once again. That ball, though, going to stay with Williamsburg. 8 on the shot clock. Got to operate quickly.
And nice give and go, but couldn't get a shot off.
Wallert's been a bit relenting on the defensive end of the floor. Sanchez again, 6-5 on the shot clock. Tries to drive, doesn't get it off. Into the hands of Tanny. Tanny drives down Broadway, up off the window, too strong. Rebound to Sanchez. This is Tenley, the freshman. Nice find down low underneath, just a little too hot to handle for Sir. They'll work it around the horn for 3. Back iron, no good for Becker. They call a push on the offensive end of the floor. And that's going to go against Kylie Sewer. Sorry. Thanks for that catch. Wahlert now with possession, up 7, and really have the momentum going in this game so far, Joanna.
They do. It's a quick pace so far. Not much scoring yet by either team, really.
Tauber drives, kicks back out. Here's Tanny. Another kick. Top of the arc 3. A little strong out of the hands of Lukin. Here comes Skaggs now. Kennedy Skaggs tries to drive to the lane. Up off the window. The old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity.
Just great spacing by the offense of Williamsburg to allow Skaggs to have an open look here from this left wing to go all the way for a right-handed layup for an opportunity for 3.
The answer that Williamsburg needed, capped off as that one rattles out. Ball will go Wallert's way as it ventures out of bounds.
Yeah, Sewer almost had it.
Big answer, though, from Williamsburg. Kind of stops that bleeding a bit that they've seen to start this game.
Yeah, they need a defensive stop here.
Claire King into the front court. Pounded by Becker. Becker just a sophomore. Now into Lukin. Tanny, 15 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Step back 3. Yes!
And that's with the hand in her face.
So effortless from the freshman. And that lead swells to 8. Kylie Sewer feeds it inside. They'll kick back out. Becker, floater, off the back iron. Tanny comes up with another board. Little hesitation, step, stops, does not get it to go, but another offensive board for Wahlert. They're going to go right back to work. Tanny for three. How about again? No. Rebound back to Becker. She'll outlet ahead. Kylie Sewer. Nice move in tight. Gets the friendly roll.
Kylie Sewer, outstanding move for two.
King going to slow it down here just a little bit on the reset.
Important for Williamsburg to get this rebound. They are down 14-5 in the rebound differential.
Tanny drives down the lane once again. The right up and good. Tanny on a roll.
She's so quick off the dribble.
In tight there for Williamsburg. A little bit of press leads to a turnover. Claire King the other way. A little strong off the window. She was hounded, wanted a foul. Now Williamsburg coming back the other way with it. Becker, sorry.
Nice job for Becker just to keep the ball there. Don't give it to one of your posts. Keep the ball, guards.
Allen comes up a little short on her floater. Back the other way. That one off the top of the backboard. And Celia Scher maybe wants that one back. Got an 8-point lead right now for the Golden Eagles, and Wahlert's found all their offense through Emily Tanny, the freshman. She's impressed from inside, outside. How do you guard a player like that?
Well, it takes more than one person, I'll tell you that, because she's so quick off the dribble. Her hesitation move is so smooth. It gets the defender to pause a little bit, and she blows by them so easily.
Another turnover created. Guess who? Claire King to Tanny. Tanny, three. Off the front of the iron, but that ball's going to get tied up. Good awareness by Lucy Lukin to jump in. Tie that up with Taylor Sanchez. If you're Sanchez, is there anything you can do to avoid that tie up there?
Yeah, she just came down with it and froze. You have to protect the ball and start pivoting right away to make sure you keep possession.
Wahlert on the inbound to Tanny. She'll feed it to Tauber. Ruth Tauber, nice move. In amongst the trees, though, batted away by Zoe Allen. And now Williamsburg with a chance to respond. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Taylor Sanchez tries the feed inside. Tough feed to Becker, turned over. Last shot opportunity for Wahlert. Shot clock is off. Ruth Tauber looking for Tanny. Hounded a bit. Under 10. 5. Tauber going to drive. Kick to the corner. One more to Tanny. Tanny at the buzzer. Just a little short. But why not with the first quarter that she's had?
Well, that she got that back. Hooker doing such a good job for Williamsburg trying to keep the ball out of Tanny's hands. And they couldn't even do it. Almost fell, but great defense there and a stop for Williamsburg.
Well, an entertaining first quarter to say the least. Wahlert up on Williamsburg 14-6. We'll be right back with more basketball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Welcome back into the KC Center. Wahlert Catholic with a 12-point outing from Emily Tanny. Up 14-6 on Williamsburg.
Yes, and Wahlert big on the glass early, up 15-8.
Tanny with the steal, right on cue. Attacks off the window, gets the roll, picks up right where she left off.
It is, and that's even with 2 on her. Sanchez stepping in to try to help.
Right now it feels like Williamsburg is pressing some challenging passes. Maybe needs to simplify the game a little bit.
They do, but she's tough to stop, right?
Yeah.
Tanny is, I mean, when you have a player that good, you definitely have to double her. You might have to face guard her and try not to let her even get the ball, which is another challenge.
It'll be Channing Becker, feeds it down low to Hooker. Hooker, cross court, Sanchez, 3, no. Defensive board to Ruth Tauber. Added to the total, make it 16 boards now.
Hooker, number 12 for Williamsburg. Big defensive role here to keep the ball out of Tanny's hands.
Luke in the feed inside to Tanny. Double down low, then under the basket, leads to a turnover. It's in the hands of Becker.
And any time Williamsburg can have a defensive time there without the ball in Tanny's hand, that's a win.
We've got a whistle here. Didn't catch why. Looked like a foul on Cher. Or reset the shot clock. I think didn't run for him. So an official's whistle. And on the inbounds, it's Ava Hooker. She'll find Becker.
Becker thought about a little step back right there.
Sanchez for 3. Again, just a little off the mark. And another rebound for Tanny. Tanny, great find up ahead, and a beautiful finish from Claire King.
We've seen her score, we've seen her rebound, and how about that assist?
And that's going to force a timeout from from Stephanie Dacey, and that is much needed. And it is a full timeout, so we will head to a quick break. We'll be right back on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Williamsburg was a state semifinalist a year ago, their 5th state tournament appearance, and they're in a bit of a hole right now. Got to find a little life against this Wahlert team.
They are. They just need to make a shot and then see what happens. But Sanchez, she'll get hot. She's just barely missed some really good looks, some in and out action from Ellen down low, and then she just missed that last one. So if she gets hot, look for them to come roaring back.
Well, I always talk about it around state time. The sight lines are so different for these players, adjusting to different depth behind the hoop. I think that plays a factor a little bit, getting comfortable.
It does. And it's the first day, but Sanchez has been here before. I expect her to stick a 3 here soon.
Zoe Allen says, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. The up and under does not go. Tanny, another board. She'll pass it off and keep things rolling. It's Ruth Tauber. Little floater, pretty stuff from Tauber. That lead now 14 for the Golden Eagles. Drive, gonna draw a foul here. Ava Hooker goes strong to the hoop.
Yeah, it's a nice job using the baseline there.
She'll shoot 2. Lucy Lukin second.
Wahlert Catholic, they have that 1-2-2 just to add a lot of pressure that they already have. 5 steals, and Williamsburg with 5 turnovers, and that's a huge difference in this game.
Another place that's going to matter, free throws. You got to make them when you've got them.
Absolutely.
Hooker going to try and go 1 for 2. That one will roll through. First points of the quarter for the Raiders. Celia Scher will pass it to Tauber. Couple different faces in here for Wahlert as they try and keep some fresh legs out there. It's Scher once again to Tanny. One person I don't think is coming off anytime soon is Tanny, though. Here's Tauber once again, working around the arc. 5 to shoot on the shot clock. Top of the arc. Got to get a shot off if you're Wahlert. It leaves the hand on time, but well off the mark. That'll be a violation, as Celia Scher just could not get it on frame.
And there's that defensive stop we talked about, so important for Williamsburg. Again, Tanny did not have the ball in her hands at go time there, and they come up with the turnover.
There's no shot that's going to get 13 points right away for you. Got to chip away at it one at a time here. It's Sanchez. Over to Sewer. Back to Sanchez, pump fake, drive. Gets stuck, she'll feed Becker now. Becker looking for space. Takes it a long way around, goes with the left and the roll. What a strong move for Channing Becker.
She gets the double drag screen. That is it, the double drag screen. It works so well. You have 2 defenders at the high post. There they are. She goes around 10 and 12. It's open as she goes. She takes it all the way to the rim, which is what a great point guard does. And then she adds another bonus on. That's 3 for her. What a play.
Lead cut in half. It's now a 10-point game. And Tanny going to try and take things into her own hands.
They brought the double to stop Tanny. Great defensive stop just even on that part of the defense.
Work it back out top. It's Claire King. Nice little feed off, but that's going to lead to another turnover. Go back Williamsburg's way.
Yeah, Wahlert had a nice pick and roll there, and it kind of went off her leg, but a good idea. They couldn't finish it.
Now you kind of feel that momentum shifting a little bit on the court. Back to the Raiders.
Yes, Wahlert switches things up again. They drop back now into defense in a 2-3.
Nice feed inside. They'll work it back out and around the horn they go. That ball sails out of the hands of Becker. Too far for Sanchez.
And I didn't get to say early enough, when you go, you want to reverse the ball quickly, but you need to use that ball fake and a bounce pass so you don't sail one out of bounds.
You're thinking it. You're trying to will it. Wahlert with a chance now. Kind of stop a little bit of bleeding they've done with their lead. It's Tanny again at the wing. Had an open look, just couldn't quite get it fed off. She'll try and drive this time. Jump stop. Up and in. Count the bucket. She'll go to the line. Strong move. This foul on Sewer. Hard to tell from my angle if she was playing it or not.
Advantage offense. Here it is. She gathers herself. Gets by her defender. Weak side held by Sewer. Can't stop her.
Just gets in there a little late. 3-point play complete. 23-10 here in the second quarter.
Tanny has 17.
Tanny up to 17. Impressive stuff for the freshman. Spotlight certainly not too big for her. Double team down low. Look who comes up with it though. Great job by Sewer to come in with it. Just can't get it to go.
A great post up by Sewer, but she was doubled and couldn't keep possession.
Tauber now. Crosses over, pull-up jumper. That's a little strong into the hands of Sanchez. She wants to move with some pace. She'll slow things down a little bit. And back to Sewer. Sanchez now goes to her left, boots it right into the hands of Tanny. And now the outlet ahead, numbers for Wahlert. Finish at the window, it's Claire King for a couple more.
A great bounce pass for the assist to score.
Sometimes underutilized the bounce pass in those spots.
It's easier to catch in transition.
3 shot, and that goes through. Look at what she found, Channing Becker. And a quick timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, but that's a big 3 from Becker from long range.
It is.
What have you seen from Williamsburg's response?
Well, I love that Channing Becker put that up. Don't think, just go score. That's her 37th 3 of the year.
On the other side, Wahlert continues to funnel through Tanny. I'm going to make a comparison here. She reminds me a little bit of a Kevin Durant in how her range is long, but she can attack as well, long, athletic.
5 tool player. She can do it all. She is so difficult to stop as a coach. I've played against players like her. And you're like, you know what? You're going to go on and do amazing things at the D1 level, and they can't stop you at the D1 level. So I know I'm projecting out here 5 and 6 years, but then you feel good. You're like, okay, you were a high-level D1 player, which is why it's so difficult to stop you in high school.
And sometimes you just see it early, right? Little things that you notice from those high-level players. She's got it right now. Again, averages 20 a game. She's up to 17 already. Wahlert works it around the arc. Quick kick out. This is Lukin. Needs to find some help. Good defense from Williamsburg. Tauber for 3. Long range. No. Good defensive board from Skaggs. Now trying to move at pace. We'll work it around. It's Allen now. A little bit of a mismatch. Great spin move inside. They'll call the blocking foul. That's a great move by Zoe Allen.
Zoe Allen, the big with a spin move.
She'll go to the line, shoot 2.
Here you see it again. There she sees some space open on the left side. Tauber tries to help out but doesn't get set.
Zoe Allen, 6'1", the senior forward. Rattles one out, but offensive board. Look at the effort play by Hooker. Goes back to Allen, a 3 shot, up again. Becker can't get it to go. And that one is gonna go against Hooker on the offensive end, her second.
Right, she almost timed it over the defender to tip it back to her teammate, but it couldn't quite get there cleanly.
Great effort on the rebound with the free throw. 11-point game here. Inside of the Casey Center, 3A quarterfinal action. The 5-seed Williamsburg trailing the 4-seed Wahlert Catholic. Claire King hands it off. Lukin. Williamsburg keeping everything outside right now. The switch, cross-court pass by Tanny, picked off. Going back the other way, here's Tenley Sanchez, nice outlet ahead, and a great finish to corral Kylie Sewer.
That's how you run the court.
Kylie Sewer picks up a couple more, and then they call a foul on the other end. It is going to go against Kylie, her third now. That's a little bit of a tough spot. I think she's played a really good game in her matchup thus far against Tanny.
She sure has, but it's too much time to keep playing here with that many fouls.
Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. That's going to force a timeout, 32nd from Chris Spiegler, the head coach. Once again, Wahlert, their 4th straight state tournament appearance. They've made it here 5 of the last 6 seasons. But last year was the first time they had ever made it out of the first round, believe it or not. And so, as a runner-up, how much motivation do you see out of a team that finished second a year ago? Is it just kind of that fuel to the fire?
It absolutely is, but it's that expectation. You know you've been there. You know you can do it again. They play in such a tough conference. They have great experience there in the WAMAC, and here they are again. Again, their conference, Clear Creek Amana's up here, Mount Vernon's up here, so they are well battle-tested to be playing in Des Moines again.
Mount Vernon, the 1 seed, did advance with a win over Cherokee in our opening 3A contest tonight. A little bit of a slower start in that one compared to what we've seen in the second 3A tilt of the day. No less, it's been entertaining. 9-point lead for Wahlert, nearly a 12-point lead. But a big defensive board for Williamsburg, and now they'll try and strike.
Yes, Allen gobbles up that rebound.
Skaggs drives, floats. Can't quite get the friendly roll, gets her own rebound. Up and in she goes. Great second effort from Kennedy Skaggs. Wahlert now trying to find an answer in the final minute of this second quarter. 7-point game, spacing a little bit of an issue. Tanny crosses over behind the back. Step back, thought about the 3. Scher looking for a lane, finds one, goes with the left. Great roll, great patience from Celia Scher.
That was some great Raider defense.
Zoe Allen gonna attack, shot clock off, does not go with the left. Chance for Dubuque Wahlert to finish this off. 5-4. Attacking baseline, they're gonna call a foul, and that's a smart foul by Channing Becker. No harm there, as no shots to be had. You had one more to give there. So 2 seconds left. The Golden Eagles will need an inbounds play. Up 9.
This is a catch and shoot here.
Looking for Tanny. They'll float it there. Nice tip away. That's a lovely job by Tenley Sanchez. And that is how we will go to halftime. The Golden Eagles up on the Raiders, 27-18. Some quick halftime thoughts from you.
Well, how about the freshman, Tenley Sanchez? She comes in, she reads, and she gets a huge steal, the interception. They go the other way and score, and then right there, the deflection. So great intensity with this tenacious defense of the Raiders. But my goodness, Wahlert Catholic is tough to stop. Tanny is all that and more.
Well, we'll have the halftime report coming up here in just a moment. Once again, you are watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
but to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Oh.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. Sometimes life takes an unexpected turn, like receiving a cancer diagnosis. At MercyOne, you have access to a team of cancer experts with advanced technologies and holistic therapies for the cancer care you need close to home. Our team will guide you every step of the way, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
It takes a village to care for a patient. From all of the various people, if you come see us, that you'll meet. Every one of those people, we try to get people that are committed to making that the best experience that they can do.
I think the breadth of coverage that we're able to provide, I think is unique. All of these different facets that all intertwine are what allow us to take care of the community the way that I feel they should.
At DMOS, we're here when you need us.
Welcome back into the KC Center. Here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready to start the second half here in just a handful of minutes. Jonathan Schaefer with Joanna Settles, and once again an active first half, wasting no time to get things started. Right now, Wahlert up on Williamsburg, 27-18, and a look at some of those stats. The three-point percentage, both teams struggling a little bit beyond the arc, but the rebounds really stand out most.
They do. Williamsburg's got to do a better job on the glass. You can see 16-11 there just on the defensive boards, but those are 6 big offensive rebounds by Wahlert Catholic.
Wahlert also 6 steals, 7 turnovers here for Williamsburg thus far, and some key stats offensively as well for players. Emily Tanney with 17 points. Once again, she's just lit it up. A freshman just doing that right now, so impressive.
Truly a freshman phenom. Not only 17 points, but 7 rebounds to go with that.
Then for Williamsburg, kind of spreading out the scoring here in this first half. 6 points from Channing Becker. She had the and one and the three that really kind of helped propel them back into this one.
Williamsburg had a better second quarter than the first. Just lost it by 1, 12-13, but it is that 6 steals by Wahlert Catholic, mostly coming from that 1-2-2 three-quarter press that they have, causing havoc for the offense of Williamsburg.
Well, that is a look at the first half stats brought to you by Sioux Cup, and once again, been an entertaining one. I'm sure the second half is going to be just as lively in the 5-4 matchup. Williamsburg trailing by 9 as we approach quarter number 3. We'll be right back once again on the Girls Union Network.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. Unwelcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
As we take a quick break from tournament coverage, all of us at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union want to extend our sincere appreciation to our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their continued support of this championship event. I'm joined once again by Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, who's here to share more about the special souvenirs our participating student athletes will be taking home this week.
You know, that's right, Aaron. Our incredible student athletes won't be leaving empty-handed. Every athlete competing today will take home a custom souvenir bag tag to commemorate their hard work and dedication. And for our championship teams, we're thrilled to present pink championship ball caps, a bold symbol of everything that they've earned. Athletes will also receive a signature ball, perfect for collecting autographs from coaches and teammates and creating a keepsake that they'll treasure for years. Each of these items is more than just swag. They're reminders of what's possible when you work hard and follow your dreams.
Brent, thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for helping make this championship experience so special for our athletes. Now let's get back to the action.
Welcome back into the KC Center. Once again, getting you ready for half number 2. Williamsburg out on the floor already, getting some shots up here ahead of quarter number 3. If you are the Raiders, what do you do to claw back at that 9-point deficit you're facing?
Start making shots. Expect both teams to get hotter from three-point land. Williamsburg only 1 for 3 from beyond the arc, and Wahlert Catholic only 2 for 12. So hit your open looks, be ready to score, take care of the basketball in transition. Those are important for Williamsburg.
And then on the other side, Wahlert, how do you get Tanny re-engaged here in quarter number 3 as you're starting to see a few more doubles, a little bit more pressure on the perimeter as well?
Right, she's not handling it as the point guard. She's setting the screen, and if she rolls, she really wants that pop and that pick and pop. She's open for that, but give her the ball, let her go to work.
About a minute or so away from the opening tip-off. We'll head to break, or I'm sorry, not the opening tip-off. Tip-off to half number 2. We'll be right back here on the Girls Union Network.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And we're back once again inside of the KC Center. Always a great time out here as we get ready for more 3A quarterfinal action. Right after this one, we get into the 7-2 matchup. Mediapolis taking on Maquoketa. The Cardinals making their second ever state appearance, second straight as well at that. Made it last year in Class 4A. Meanwhile, Mediapolis, the 7 seed, unbeaten this year at 24-0. Two-time champs, but they haven't won a title since 1973. Their first state tournament appearance since 2015. Been over a decade, so what a fun moment that'll be for the Mediapolis faithful. I think that's one thing I love about the 3A, 2A, 1A brackets. You get these schools that maybe haven't been here in a while. Whole town will show up for a game, especially a night like tonight.
Yes, and the smaller schools for sure definitely support come rolling into Des Moines because they're not here as often because there's more teams in these smaller classes, so it's tougher to make it up to state.
For some great 5A action earlier today as well. No Johnston, the heavy favorite in Class 5A. They've been loaded for a couple of years now. Not sure anybody's going to have the power to stop them, though. Anything can happen.
I don't know. There's some teams that would like to challenge that thought, but Jetica Lewis and company, impressive.
Just that's the best way to put it. That's about all you can say about where Johnston's at in Class 5A this year.
They're a lot of fun to watch.
And a lot of fun to watch right here with the 4-5 matchup in Class 3A. Wahlert will inbound up 9 as quarter number 3 will start. It's Ruth Tauber to inbound. Starting fives, the exact same as they were for this half as they were at the start of the game. Tight game, I didn't expect much different. As Tanny drives, nice kick to the corner. King for 3. Off the iron, strong board by Sanchez. And she'll start the transition. Little press here from Wahlert. Zoe Allen corrals. She'll hand it off to Hooker. And Hooker over to Becker. A little soft on the bounce pass. Tauber jumps on it, has numbers the other way. Euro steps through, can't get it to go. Offensive board. And a little bit of friendly fire there. Celia Scher took some fire from Tauber, but there is a foul on the play against Zoe Allen, her first. They'll send Scher to the line, shoot 2. Rattles up and out. Scher again. That one will go through. First point of the third quarter.
And here comes this 1-2-2, three-quarter court pressure.
Tanny creates the turnover. She's going to take it back the other way, lays it up and in. Couple more off of the steal for Emily Tanny.
There it is, easy defense to offense for 2.
Outlet ahead to Skaggs. She's going to cross to the left, try and drive baseline. Nice defense. Zoe Allen there to pick it up, and she'll get that one to fall through for 2 more.
Big offensive rebound by Zoe Allen.
Tanny now, hands off. Claire King. Back to Tanny, looking for a little back cut. Said she'll work into traffic. Spin, step through. Just a little off the mark. Good defense there by Williamsburg.
Sure was. Good help.
Hooker to Allen. She's going to try and bring it back out. Kicks to the corner. Skaggs back into Allen. Allen working off a double team. Strong move. Gets the roll a couple more, and that might be the path back into it for Williamsburg.
All right, she wanted that ball back. I love it when a post kind of demands that ball. I'm open, give it to me. It's not open, step through, make your shot.
A little bit of a drive, kick out. Wahlert trying to rebuttal back. Another kick, wing 3. Rattles out, offensive board, why not? And then the up and in for Cher. Strong move and put back.
How about that left roll?
That's why you practice both hands, kids. Skaggs ahead. Hesitate. Kicks to the corner, Sanchez for 3. She's just a little off the mark. Allen has a go from deep. She finds it, that'll flush through. Zoe Allen alive in quarter 3.
Yes, and that's what that offensive rebound does for your team. Lots of energy for the Raiders, and that was Ava Hooker keeping it alive for Williamsburg.
Tanny now. She'll go to the corner. This is Lucan.
Yeah, Lucan thought about it.
Back to Tanny. Tanny, green light from just about anywhere on the floor, but nice double team and good back pressure. They do call a foul.
I like the pressure though, the double, but without the reach.
Going to call it on Taylor Sanchez, her second, team second. Reset the shot clock on that, but Williamsburg making life a little bit harder on Wahlert, trying to get into the front court. Tanny once again in the corner, drives baseline, attacks, gets the hack, does not get it to go. This one going to go against Kennedy Skaggs.
Yes, again, she draws the attention of 2 defenders.
Very similar to the first quarter where 3 quick fouls to the Raiders. About 5 minutes left in this quarter, and it's a dangerous spot to be in. Tanny goes to the line, shoot 2. That one is pure. Quick substitution for Williamsburg. We got Sewer and Sanchez checking in. Substitutions in today's game brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. That one will go as well for Tanny. She's now up to 21. Averages 20 on the season. Still have 12 and a half minutes to play in this one. Up around the arc, Becker. Harassed by King. She'll outlet, and it's Tenley Sanchez looking to reset. Over to Skaggs on the wing, under 10 on the shot clock. Just nowhere to penetrate here. They'll go inside to Allen with 3. Goes, turns, gets it to go. Saw the mismatch and took advantage.
Yes, love the post action. She's posting up hard. That had just a little 6-on-6 feel to it.
Lucy Lucan, the response at the other end with the 3.
Just when Williamsburg gets some energy, they come right back. The Golden Eagles are on a mission.
Skaggs drives off the window. Too strong, draws a foul. This one should go against Lucan. In a tough spot there as she's now got 3. Skaggs goes to the line to shoot 2. First a little strong. Zoe Allen has done all of the scoring in this quarter for Williamsburg, and it's what you'd expect from a senior in a big spot.
Yes, they really don't have anyone to match up with her defensively, so I say get up to her even more, get her posting up, continue it, because it's working really well from Williamsburg as they chip away at this lead.
Skaggs makes the second. Lead back to 9. Tanny drives. They're going to call a blocking foul. I think this one is going to go against Tenley Sanchez, but they'll confer.
I think it's on Sewer. She stepped in. She tried to get set before the action.
It is on Sewer, her 4th now. And she's played some meaningful minutes and been really solid. That's a tough one for her. She's had 4 tonight.
Yeah, that was great help defense by her. That's a quick run for Kylie.
So it's Ruth Tauber to inbound. Tanny tries to cut. They're going to call a push on Zoe Allen. A little bit of a displacement there. And that will send them to the line. Should have been to the line, I thought.
Yeah, Tanny went hard to the basket on that one. Now they reset. She'll take it out of bounds for this box set.
Looks like they'll go to the line, actually, as the announcement comes over the top. Sometimes got to be reminded of that 5th foul going to the line. 5 team fouls, so Tanny a chance to add to her 21 on the night. Make it 22.
Wahlert Catholic gets to the free throw line so well. We talked about it in the opening, and that was a concern for Coach Dacey. Scoring points with the clock not running.
Shooting 90%, nearly 90% from the free throw line tonight is Wahlert. Skaggs thought about the jumper. She'll hand off. Back to Skaggs now. Uses the screen. Zoe Allen at the top. Little pump fake out, goes strong. They're going to call a push on Tauber, I'm sorry. A little bit of a collision there. I think that one stung a little bit.
That was a nice take there by Zoe Allen. Got the ball at the elbow, drove hard to the basket. She didn't get her body turned in to the rim soon enough to finish, but a good take.
Sorry, they get share with that one, not Tauber. Sanchez feeds the mismatch. Allen, nice left finish off the window. 2 more.
It's a great finish by Allen, but how about the pass by Taylor Sanchez?
Up to 14 now for Zoe Allen. Tauber crossing over, working on Sanchez. Kick to the corner. Spacing gets a little away from Wahlert. And they said she got up, so that'll be a travel. Comes up from that knee. I didn't quite see it. We were bodied out a little bit, but good defense from Williamsburg once again.
Yes, Tenley Sanchez, another steal. She's a defensive specialist out here.
Just a freshman, playing with some tenacity. It's Lukin. They're going to call a hold. Just as we complimented her, I think it's Tenley Sanchez, the main culprit. She's got a tough assignment in Emily Tanny there. Just her first, though. But again, the critical free throws. Tanny shoots 2. And this is where Wahlert can start to kind of stretch their lead a little bit more, kind of force the issue down in the post.
It's so important for them with this 10-point lead just to keep making their free throws. All right, an important possession here for Williamsburg. Just get a good look, probably inside again to Allen.
They were looking that way, just couldn't materialize. Hooker turns it over. Good defense by Tauber. Creates that opportunity. Wallert's 11-point lead can inflate a little bit more. Tanny crosses over. They're going to call a push, and that one's going to go against Hooker. Ava Hooker was just trying to battle through a screen there. And this is dangerous territory for her, too, her 3rd foul. Tauber misses the first. Second, up and through. Ruth Tauber up to 5 points. Wahlert's lead to 12. Raiders needing an answer here, down 12. They'll go to Skaggs. Kennedy Skaggs looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Hooker. Hooker's going to drive against Tanny. Turn, step through, draws the foul. Good move by Hooker to draw 2.
Yes, I love how she stayed with it. Spin move, not there, step through. She ends up at the line.
It's one way to get the freshman maybe a little bit more conservative. You got to keep attacking her, maybe try and get her into a little bit of foul concern. No, she's only got 1, but at least make her think about it. Hooker gets the friendly bounce, sends the first through. Has just 2 points tonight, a little bit of a quiet night for her. Second also good. Claire King will bring it up court.
Williamsburg stays in their man-to-man defense.
It's Tanny, once again top of the arc. Defended by Hooker. Nice feed to Tauber. Tauber spin, lefty off the window. They call a foul on Channing Becker. We got a little bit of an arm there.
Such a natural spin move for Tauber as she is left-handed, right? She loves to dribble in there to the right side. An easier basket for her.
She'll shoot 2. First is good. And the second just off the side of the iron. Clangs out. Tanny, a tip on it. Wahlert relentless.
They sure are. Williamsburg doing a better job in the second half of rebounding. They have closed the gap.
Minute 30 just under to play here in quarter number 3. On the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. The drive off the window, too strong from Becker. Offense or defensive board, Claire King. Wahlert will slow things down a little bit. Tanny back to King. Little 2-person game here.
Little flex motion.
The 3 from Tauber. Clangs out. Rebound to Williamsburg. Allen couldn't get a dribble going. She had to find an outlet. Here comes Hooker driving down the lane, draws contact. A little strong off the window. She will shoot 2. Claire King looking over at her bench saying, what am I supposed to do there? I'm just running down the court.
Not much you can with Hooker on a mission to get to the rim. She's come out so strong defensively the whole game, but now offensively she's kind of turned it on with a green light here as of late.
It's one way to climb back into it, just kind of create and force the issue a little bit more. Second, up and through. Ava Hooker, 4 points now here in quarter number 3.
Yes, cutting the deficit to 9. You always like when it's at least single digits, right? As you, again, chip away. Now Luke can coming back in for Wahlert.
Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Be worry-free with IMT, IMTINS.com. Check it out. It's Tauber now, off the dribble. Tanny drives. Nice defense by Hooker, gets the block. Here comes a transition opportunity. Just out of the reach for Zoe Allen. Great defense by Hooker on Tanny at the one end, just a little bit too far out in front on that transition chance.
All right, you always want to capitalize on those steals and turn them into points, but it didn't happen that time.
Lead is 9. Shot clock's off, 15 seconds to play. Wahlert up on Williamsburg. 5 seconds. They're going to call an offensive foul. Tanny with the moving pick. And that'll give Williamsburg the last possession of the third quarter.
That's a big stop. This is the end of the third quarter, and Williamsburg needs all the momentum that they can garner.
Williamsburg checks in Taylor Sanchez, their best three-point shooter, seeing if she can maybe get a handle on it. They'll hand off to Becker. Becker, not a lot of time to operate here. Has 2-1. Shot off in time. Does not go off the back iron. Good look for Williamsburg, but they still trail by 9. The Golden Eagles getting some scoring help all across the board. We'll head to quarter number 4 in the 3A quarterfinals on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. That's next.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
We're back inside of the KC Center. Quarter number 4 on the way. A reminder from homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earn trust. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all. Williamsburg starts the quarter with the ball. They try and work it inside. Zoe Allen, the left, off the window. That's a strong start. Lead cut to 7. Zoe Allen has come alive in half number 2.
Great entry pass and a great left hand using the glass.
She's up to 16 of her team's 36 tonight. They got the lead to 7. What a great feed down low. Great find. Great finish by Tauber.
Have to love that set. Head coach Chris Spiegler, has a lot of great sets in her coaching. She is in year number 20 with Dubuque Wahlert, 28 years of coaching.
3 from Sanchez, no. Allen can't come away with the rebound, strong board. And here comes the outlet ahead. King for 3. Nearly a dagger there. Instead, it's Zoe Allen coming away with the defensive end board. Outlet ahead, lays it up, does not go for Ava Hooker. The battle for the loose ball. And I think we're going to get a foul called. See what the signal is here. We're going to call a timeout of Wahlert. They're going to take a full. And with that, we will step away one more time on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And we are back inside of the KC Center. Always a wonderful job by the Girls Union, making every girl that makes it down here to the state tournament feel so welcomed, appreciated. Love the pink tunnel. Just fun walking into this environment.
It is. This is where every player wants to end up. And an exciting fourth quarter here for Williamsburg and Wahlert Catholic. For Williamsburg, Coach Stephanie Rich-Dacey, she is 63-34 in her 4th year here at Williamsburg.
Done a lot of great things, as mentioned. Back-to-back state tournament appearances for Williamsburg. They're down 9 though. And the star of the night has been Emily Tanney, and here she is once again with the ball.
Yeah, as we look back at the third quarter, that was 16-16, so quite a bit of scoring, the most so far, and it was all tied up, so it was an even third quarter. What'll happen in the fourth?
Claire King hands off to Tanney. Tanney will feed it back out. Shot clock down to 10. Skip pass, back to the top. It's Tanney again, looking for room. Running out of clock, chucks the three. It's blocked. They'll call a shot clock violation. That's a big defensive possession for Williamsburg.
Right, the horn should have gone off, and it didn't, so the referee took it into his own hands. Great defense by Williamsburg. They are tenacious.
Coach Spiegler maybe wanting a foul call on the Tanney try, but that late in the shot clock, most refs will let things play out.
Right, it was a very forced shot.
And that's going to be a walk from Kylie Sewer, and with 4 fouls, she's having to play through a little bit here, but going to be playing some meaningful minutes. And if you're Wahlert, do you keep that in the back of your mind? Do you try and attack Sewer a little bit, as she'll want to play a little cautious?
They will. They will continue to drive into the paint.
Hooker defending Tanney.
This is where I want to move her back behind the three-point line because Tanney is so quick to get around her.
See it there, but a big block by Hooker gets the swat. And here comes Williamsburg once again, still down 9. Skaggs takes it to the hole, draws contact. And that should send her to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Tauber.
How about the defensive play by Ava Hooker? Here she is. Tanney's going to cross over, try to get around her to the left, behind the back. There she goes. She gets beat, but Hooker from behind with the block.
That was a good job. Clean block at that. And then at the other end, Skaggs attacks, draws. She's 1 of 1 right now on this chance for 2. Just her 3rd free throw of the night. And she'll drain that. And we have a 7-point game once again. But this is where the lid's kind of been on the lead for Wahlert, or the bottom of the barrel for Wahlert. They've been able to bounce back every time. Let's see if Williamsburg can break it. They do. Skaggs, the turnover created. She'll slow things down once again, look for an outlet, finds it in Becker. Becker drives right down Broadway, too strong. Tanney with the board. And then the reach in on Ava Hooker. She's got to be careful now with 4 as well.
How about Kennedy Skaggs?
Great defensive awareness. Comes away with it. I like the play to slow it down too. Nearly get the bucket with the lane by Becker. There's a big stretch pass ahead. Claire King left in no man's land, and she'll lay it up and in for 2.
I think Skaggs lost her. That she had a player behind her. She wanted to come up and get a steal.
Sanchez forcing the issue. Floater, no. Offensive board does not go on the putback either. Tip back out. Skaggs with it. Turn up and under. Swatted away by Tanney.
Great spin move. Better block.
Just 2 athletic plays. And someone just a little bit better than the other on it. We get a good look at it on the big board there and right in the face of the camera.
Yeah, both Hooker and Seward take a break, both with 4 fouls.
Kick to the corner, turned over. Nice speed by Claire King to recover on the defensive end. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Should mention that. Tanney with it, hounded on the double team. She breaks it. Claire King for 3. Thought about it. Will feed the corner. Here's Tanney once again. This time she's guarded by Tenley Sanchez. They're going to call this foul on Taylor Sanchez as she tried to work around the screen for a reach-in. It's one of those, it's her 3rd. She's got to be careful. Only 2 team fouls thus far, but her 3rd foul of the game. 4:02, 4 minutes roughly to play. It is a 9-point lead. Tanny driving. The kick to the corner. Bobbled for a moment by Lukin. She'll settle things back out. Feeds Tauber. The handoff. They'll try a little weave at the top of the arc. Good job keeping the pivot foot by Claire King on a little contact. Shot clock under 5. The 3. Too strong, does not touch rim, into the hands of Zoe Allen. And now Williamsburg again, a chance to get this lead down to 7, maybe 6. Skaggs drives, stops, turns, kicks. 3 from Sanchez. Yes! Her first of the night is a big one. And it'll be a full timeout from Williamsburg as the lead is down to 6 for the Golden Eagles. We'll step away for just a moment on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. When we come back, a dandy of a 3:15 awaits us.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Go to the wire, Wahlert and Williamsburg. The Golden Eagles up 6. But Taylor Sanchez hits her first bucket of the night, and it was a big one, Joanna.
Perfectly timed. And who had the assist? It was Kennedy Skaggs, who's had an outstanding game, and especially this third and fourth quarter, she's been fantastic.
Tanny, though, great drive, quiets the crowd at the other end, and she kind of put Kylie Sewer in a tough spot. She's got 4 fouls. No, she can't get another one. Skaggs with a 3. Too strong. Battling for the rebound was Hooker. They're going to call possession the other way. Not sure. We'll see the call here. It is going to be a foul on Kylie Sewer, and that's just a tough one for her, as she is now fouled out of this game, does the sophomore. She's going for a loose ball there.
It was a great hustle play. Little confusion there about that, but she is an outstanding player for Williamsburg and a great volleyball player as well.
So the lead is 8, 2:40 to play.
It is another big possession for Wahlert. They want to get 2 more and a big opportunity to stop the offense. Important to do a one and done. If they get a shot up, Williamsburg has got to get this rebound.
Feed to the corner. It's Tauber now driving. Nice kick, great find, and a better finish. Celia Scher. A little help defense leaves Scher open on the back door. She makes it a 10-point game with just about 2 minutes to play.
A great assist by Tauber. She's so quick off the dribble. Great pass.
Zoe Allen now working on Tauber. Little jumper in the lane, does not go. Hooker went for it, doesn't come away with it. Zoe Allen does. Jump ball. Possession arrow going back to Wahlert. Game. Substitution as Kennedy Skaggs checks in for Tenley Sanchez. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Williamsburg having to press here, down double digits late in this one. Winner advances to play Mount Vernon. Wallert's seen them a couple times already this year. They're going to call a foul, as Williamsburg has to take them at this point.
Yep, that's 4 team fouls now. The next one they'll shoot.
Tanny on the dribble. Crosses over. Working on Hooker. Handoff to King. Wahlert, no rush here.
Nope, they want to use as much of the shot clock as they can. Sanchez, another foul here.
Taylor Sanchez's fourth. That'll send Tauber to the line. And it's one of those nights where a few shots maybe fall the other way for Williamsburg. They're looking at being on the right side of this, but Wahlert, again, that big big first quarter out of Emily Tanny really started things off that way and gave Wahlert some cushion to work.
It did, and they haven't, what did you say, the 7 points is as close as Williamsburg has been able to.
Got it down to 6 briefly here in the fourth, but really it got so inflated there. It's an 11-point game. Work inside. Hooker steps through, can't get it to go. She'll shoot 2.
Nice 2-on-2 action there by Sanchez and Hooker.
Ava Hooker, just a junior. Out of the starting 5, 2 seniors in there, Zoe Allen and Kennedy Skaggs for Williamsburg. Can certainly tell you that this will continue to feed this Williamsburg team into next year and keep motivating them for a return trip back to the Casey Center. Ten-point game. Certainly seen crazier things happen in a minute 19, so certainly not over yet.
Yes, have to keep the pressure on.
Still haunted to this day by the UNI collapse against Texas A&M in March Madness. Nearly an over and back, and there's going to be a little push from Becker. That was an awfully close play here at midcourt.
It was inches from being an over a back there by Claire King.
Instead, it'll be Tauber shooting 2 once again, and we've talked about free throws a lot tonight. They matter most down the stretch, and Wallert's been to the line a lot. Tauber rattles out the first.
And Wahlert Catholic, there's so much attention on the freshman Emily Tanny, but she has a great team around her. I mean, Tauber so quick off the dribble. Look at what she does. She passes the ball well, is a great left-handed shooter. Lucan, so quick on defense. Claire King can run the show and does so many things well, as well as getting a lot of steals.
Ruth Tauber goes 0 for at the line, keeps it a 10-point game. Here's Sanchez. Got to move with a little bit of urgency if you're Williamsburg. For 3, Sanchez, short, offensive board. Allen kicks. Becker to Skaggs. Skaggs 3. Yes! Lead down to 7, 53 seconds left in this game. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And that's a big 3, big board.
It sure was. Zoe Allen, so wise. That's great. High basketball IQ. She gets the rebound here. She wants to go back up with it. She doesn't. She kicks it out. The extra pass to the open. Kennedy Skaggs for 3, keeping Williamsburg alive.
The seniors in there doing what they can, trying to keep their potentially last game in a Williamsburg jersey going here, as it is a 7-point game. 53 seconds left. You'll see a press from the Raiders. Now, it's one of those you don't want to foul until the inbounds pass is completed. You also don't want to make the mistake. Some out-of-bounds plays might incorporate someone else running out of bounds, doing a quick little pass that way. See what kind of trickeration we get here from Chris Spiegler, if at all. Inbound to Tanny. They'll try and trap her. Ava Hooker grabs it. They're going to call her for a foul. And that's going to be Hooker's 5th as she fouls out. I didn't get a good look at it. I thought she got ball in there. They said she gets armed.
Hooker, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and that's now 5 fouls. But what a game by Ava Hooker.
Just a junior. As Tenley Sanchez will check in for her. Hooker checks out. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Tanny to shoot 2. Tanny off the mark. That's now 3 straight misses from the charity stripe for Wahlert. Uncharacteristic for the Golden Eagles.
It is, and Tanny now with 27 points and 8 rebounds, make it 28 points.
Just her third point of the fourth quarter. Here comes Becker now with some pace. Skaggs pumps the three, hands it back to Becker. Becker going to drive the key. Just a little off the iron. Zoe Allen, the offensive board, and put back. Lead back to 6. 30 seconds to play. Great outlet ahead. Claire King tracks it down, tries to keep her footing. She does travel though. 25 seconds left in a 6-point game.
She travels, and that was interesting because Tauber threw it the length of the court, and had that gone out of bounds, it would have been back underneath of Williamsburg's basket. So a great rundown by King to keep it a full court run that Williamsburg has to do.
Becker for 3, short. Rebound to Tanny. Skaggs fouls. Tanny will go shoot 2, 15 seconds to play. Wasn't a bad look for Becker.
It wasn't. It was wise. You have to get a shot up quickly, and Channing did that.
You see Chris Spiegler over on the Wahlert bench right now talking to her guards and letting them know, hey, don't panic with the ball. We just need to possess it. Take a foul. It's fine. Tanny another. $29 points for Emily Tanny. A chance to make it 30 for the freshman. She does flush it. A huge night for number 11 on Dubuque Wahlert. That's going to be a foul on Claire King. They have fouls to give here. I'm sure Coach Spiegler had that conversation too.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she was needed to be fouled right there, but
8-point game, 15 seconds to play. Sanchez thought about the 3. Now she'll chuck it. Just a little off the mark. The defensive rebound. Skaggs goes in, fouls. And that one should salt this one away. Dubuque Wahlert will come away with the victory in 4.5 seconds and move on to face Mount Vernon in the semifinals. Before that, just a formality, Celia Scher will shoot 2, the sophomore. Scher with 1. She's got 6 points. And another, she does miss that end, and the horn will sound in 2 and 1. Dubuque Wahlert, the big win, 56-47. They do advance over the Williamsburg Raiders, advancing to 19 and 5 on the year. Williamsburg will finish their season 20 and 6. Nothing to hang your heads about if you're a Raiders fan. A great game here in the 4-5 matchup.
yes, they fought. They got down early and continued to fight back as, all the way there to that final buzzer.
We'll give the teams a moment and turn it over to our public address announcer for the awards presentation.
Fans, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medals, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Executive Director Aaron Gerlich and Basketball Administrator Tanya Moe. Congratulations to head coach Stephanie Dacey and the Williamsburg Raiders on an outstanding basketball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star Star of the Game, Emily Tanny. Your outstanding performance earns her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket to the 3A semifinal round. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. Golden Eagle fans, your team advances to the 3A semifinals and will play Thursday at 1:30. We'll see you then. Fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, thank you for coming out today and supporting your favorite team. As a reminder, please exit the arena so we can prepare for our next game. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Dubuque Wahlert Catholic does advance. A big win here tonight over Williamsburg. Joanna Settles, final thoughts.
You know, great job by Williamsburg. Such a successful program being back at state. They've won 3 consecutive Class 3A state championships in softball. So many great things going on, but they say great season to senior Kennedy Skaggs, Chloe Aussie, and Zoe Allen, who they both just played their hearts out tonight as Williamsburg ends their season. But Wahlert's Tanny, the phenom freshman, too much to handle, 30 points, 9 rebounds. They'll be back later this week.
Getting Mount Vernon on Thursday. Looking forward to a fun one. Thank you so much for joining us here. For Joanna Settles, I'm John Schaefer. We hope you have a wonderful night. And again, thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2026 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.